work. It is a cold and dreary day here at Yankee Stadium, but don't worry, we've got something to brighten your day. A classic pitcher's duel. Garrett Cole goes for the Yankees. Aaron Nola for the Phillies. It is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. Opening week presented by Front Door. Now we've got the Philadelphia Phillies against the New York Yankees in the rubber game of a 3-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball along with David Cohn. I'm Michael Kay. David, you're going to love this. What a pitcher's duel we have. The two aces for each of these teams. Here we have Aaron Nola going for the Phillies. He did not pitch well in his team's opener. Garrett Cole goes for the Yankees, and he pitched extraordinarily well against the Giants in the Yankee opener.
Well, he did. Garrett Cole looked apart all spring training. He only walked one batter the entire month of March in spring training, so Garrett Cole looked like he was ready to go, and he proved it. Came out with razor blade sliders on the black, four-seamers up the ladder right on by. Kind of back to the basics for Garrett Cole. Fastballs, changeups, and sliders certainly looked the part of the ace of the staff.
Front Door expert approach. Take a look at this guy. Since 2018, he's a horse. Most wins and strikeouts in major. Second most innings pitched behind Nola, and a 22.2 wins above replacement. The best amongst American League pitchers. This guy can pitch. That is from the theater of the obvious. And this guy can hit. He's back to what he was in a big way. Meredith Marakovitz talks about DJ LeMahieu when we get back on Yes.
Welcome back to the Bronx, where the Yankees will attempt to pick up their second series win of the season. Series finale between the Yankees and the Phils coming your way in just a few minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. Last year, DJ LeMahieu had his season cut short due to a toe injury, and this offseason, there were a variety of things on the table, including surgery. LeMahieu opted to rehab it, and so far, so good as far as LeMahieu's health is concerned. He's hit safely in 4 games, including that homer last night, and Aaron Boone is just thrilled that he's able to pencil in a healthy DJ LeMahieu.
He was a shell of himself at the end of the season, so you know, he's back where he was when he was in the middle of a great year last year before he got hurt. So it's good to see him like that. It's good to see him able to get a swing off. You know, he's hit a couple, hit 2 balls last night. That first one that almost went out, he hit a couple balls that way with authority in spring training. But definitely good to see him, looking like DJ.
Aaron Boone went on to say DJ LeMahieu is not a guy that likes to spend any time in the training room, but one of the keys for him this year is making sure he stays on top of that injury, doing some of the soft tissue work to make sure he remains healthy throughout the course of the season. Plenty more to come here on the S Network. When we get back, Garrett Cole gets the ball, Michael Kay and David Cohn with the call. First pitch coming your way after the break.
Or by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 or over. By Front Door. Opening week presented by Front Door. An all-new home repair and maintenance app coming soon. And by FanDuel. Make every moment more. Some of the fine players in the past for these two teams. Oscar Gamble and actually involved in a note that we'll talk about a little bit later on. Yankees have taken the field. Now let's take a look at the Phillies starting lineup. Trey Turner is the shortstop. Kyle Schwarber in left. JT Realmuto will catch. Garrett Cole plays first. DH is Nick Castellanos. Bryson Stott bats sixth, plays second. Alex Bohm, the third baseman, bats seventh. Batting eighth, playing right field, Jake Cave. Brandon Marsh was scratched from the line about a half hour ago. His foot hurts. And Christian Pache takes over in center field, and he will bat ninth. And they're going to face that guy, Garrett Cole. You see his numbers from last year. And let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Well, his opening act was outstanding. Picked up where he left off. He broke the franchise record last year. He had 11 Ks in his first start. He caught Gator last year in terms of the overall Ks in franchise history at 257. He's chasing Gator again for the most double-digit strikeout games. If he has double digits today, he will tie Ron Guidry with 23 of those type of games in his career as a Yankee. And to me, it was back to the basics last start. Basic 4 pitches. A really good changeup off his four-seam fastball, through his slider for strikes. Got a lot of swing and misses, and threw his curveball for strikes, too, when he needed it. So kind of shook the cutter off. Back to what he does the best, throwing his fastball and his changeup and his slider for strikes.
Trey Turner's ready. Garrett Cole is ready, and let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch, foul back. We're underway. Turner, such a consistently outstanding player. Since 2016, a .303 batting average, fourth in the majors during that time. And once he gets on base, he steals them. 279 stolen bases. That's the most in the majors. Big free agent signing by the Phillies during the offseason. 11 years, $300 million. Home plate umpires Nick Lentz, Jeremy Rehack at first, Paul Emmel at second, and Chad Fairchild is over at third. Now, David asked me during yesterday's broadcast, is it time to put away the coats if we turn the corner? I said, maybe, but no, I was wrong. It is raw and cold and overcast and gloomy here at the stadium. And David, you didn't bring a coat.
I didn't bring my coat. I'm regretting it.
Fouled away.
Although Meredith Marakovitz offered me a stocking cap that's baseball Susan on it.
You should do it. Let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 51 degrees, feels like 46, feels worse than that. Wind out of the east at 12 miles per hour, high humidity. Strike three, Turner down looking. Great pitch on the outside corner. Take a look at the defense behind Cole, Cabrera, Judge, and Cordero. Left to right in the outfield. Infield, Donaldson, Volpe, LeMahieu, and Rizzo. That's third to first. Trevino behind the plate. And Garrett Cole is on the mound.
That's got plenty of plate.
Schwarber takes a strike. Schwarber got the Phillies going yesterday with a long home run, and the Phillies got their first win of the season after 4 straight losses to open up the year. So the Phillies are 1-4. The Yankees are 3-2. And boy, what a difference a win in this game would mean for both teams. Yankees go on the road after this. They win this one, boom. They've taken the first 2 series, and that's how you win a lot of games. You take series. Foul back here.
That's a good point, Michael. And Rob Thompson managed that game last night like it was a must-win in the first week of the season. Using his bullpen accordingly, his best relievers. The minute he got the lead, we're in the game.
Clock ticking down, and he delivers with 1 second left. Now, you would assume that Garrett Cole would be a wise pitcher that would be able to use the clock to his advantage. Rip foul. Now let's check out the keys to the game brought to you by your local Kia dealer.
Well, we talk about the marquee matinee, and Nola and Cole is about as good as it gets. And when you're facing stars like that on the mound, it's no stringing, it's just swinging, meaning it's hard to string hits together. So one big swing or some slug could make the difference in the game. And certainly early, this matchup kind of comes to mind. And certainly you just mentioned it, Michael, the early swing game for both franchises.
Popped up. Volpe. LeMahieu. Volpe makes the catch. Boy, the wind took that, so we'll keep an eye on that throughout the game because Volpe was settled on the outfield grass and then had to run all the way in to make the catch. Now let's take a look at the home plate umpire and scout him. He's hitter friendly, although it's right there on the border of neutral. More inside strikes, more low strikes on left-handed batters. He's in his 8th big league season. There's a strike to Real Muto. Real Muto has pretty good numbers lifetime against Cole. Had yesterday off. Wouldn't you like to go inside the numbers on that? Why is he so good against Cole? And is he good against Cole in a bloop way, or is he hitting him hard? Again, we're not quite privy to that information at this point.
Actually, we are. James Smythe did a little research on this, and Realmuto is 11 for 17 off of Garrett Cole. A lot of that came when he was a member of the Pirates, Garrett Cole, that is, and 4 of those hits were infield hits.
Interesting. See? Okay. Everything's available. Strike 3. Realmuto down looking. Strong first inning for Cole. Phillies nothing, and the New York Yankees coming to bat. The Phillies, now it's the Yankees' turn against Aaron Nola. That guy's going to lead off. And we'll see the rest of the order. LeMahieu's at second, Judge is in center, Rizzo at first. Rizzo did not play yesterday, he was rested. Gleyber Torres, the DH, cleans up. Batting fifth, third baseman Josh Donaldson. Oswaldo Cabrera back in left field will bat sixth. Batting seventh, playing right field, Franchi Cordero. Jose Trevino will catch him at eighth, and batting ninth and playing shortstop. Anthony Volpe. Coming up the bench is Giancarlo Stanton, his first game sitting out. And here's Aaron Nola. His numbers from last year, 11-13, 3.25 ERA. A lot of strikeouts in 205 innings. And let's check out the Nissan pitcher scatter report.
Well, his opener didn't go as well as Garrett Cole's did, and so that's the take a mulligan, as he ended up with 5 earned runs in 3 2/3 innings in Texas on opening day. But he is a true workhorse. There's an old school feel to this matchup. Both guys are probably the premier workhorses in the game today. 875 innings and 145 games started. Those lead the major leagues for Aaron Nola. And the future's uncertain. They were talking about maybe an extension on the contract side of things, and it fell apart at the end of spring training, so he is a free agent at the end of the year. But most people who know Aaron Nola feel like he's pretty cool, calm as a cucumber, and the thing is they think it might still get done. Well, it remains to be seen.
Now, Nola is such a consistently good pitcher. So he did not pitch well in the Phillies opener in Texas. So the bet here is that he will bounce back. So he's had 11 starts in his career where he's given up 4 or more runs. Following those 11 starts, he's 7-2 with a 1.29. One and two.
Well, as you can see right there, 91 miles an hour on his fastball. He's not in the power category like Garrett Cole is, but he's a pitcher, a craftsman. In and out, up and down, a really good curveball. One of the best curveballs out there.
Defense behind him, Schwarber in left, Christian Pache, who can go get him in center, Jake Cave over in right, infield, Bohm, Turner, Stott, and Hall. Third to first, Realmuto behind the plate, catching Nola. Swing and a miss. Got him on the knuckle curve. LeMahieu down on strikes.
Right on cue, you can see the bottom just drop out of that curveball. It looks like it's a cookie right down the middle, and it just disappears right below the bat.
Here's Judge riding a 38-game on-base streak. And he extended that streak in his final at-bat in the ninth inning last night with a walk. Yankees threatened. Josh Donaldson was the tying run at the plate in a 4-1 loss, but he popped up foul territory to the first baseman. That ended the game and gave the Phillies their first victory of the year. That one is ripped into left center field. It is a base hit. Schwarber will field. Judge has a 39-game streak and a single with one out.
Get another look here. A little bit off the end of the bat. But Aaron Judge obviously is so strong that he can still muscle that into the gap.
So here's Rizzo. Now with Donaldson up last night with 2 outs in the ninth inning, on deck was Aaron Hicks. But in the dugout and on the top step of the dugout was Rizzo with a bat. So he might have, probably would have, pinch hit for Hicks if Donaldson got on. One and one.
I got to send some love down to the Yankee clubhouse, Michael. Joey Lee, legendary guy that's the assistant to Rob Kakuza in the Yankees clubhouse, brought me up a Yankee coat. He must have heard us on the broadcast.
I mean, you get treated well when you help them to 4 titles. Pache took a step in. Wynn took it in a big way, and he makes the play coming in. Well, let's take a look at the Yankee leaders brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. Longest on-base streak since 2010. Teixeira and Voit tied with 42 games. And Aaron Judge now with 39 after that single. LeMahieu and Jeter after that. There's Gleyber Torres, 5 for 15. 6 walks, tied for the American League lead with several players for the most walks. On strike. Looks good.
Joey Lee took care of me. Joey's great. He's been down there forever.
Oh, and 2. And this was not, an overly dramatic call for a coat. It's cold. There was a good chance you would have gotten sick without being protected by a coat.
Oh, you mean physically sick, not mentally sick?
No, you're there. I heard a story before the game that it can never be told, but it just confirms that.
Yeah, well, John Kruk and I have some history.
Yeah,
certainly.
Quite a history.
One of the great guys in the game, characters.
Fly ball, right side. Gonna make the seats.
92 All-Star game in San Diego. John Kruk and I are on the National League team.
Right.
And after the game, we just sat there, and we were the last ones there. Clubbies left. It was just me and Kruk sitting there.
Talking baseball, talking life.
Everything.
Everything. And all these years later, you can see the two of you still have quite an affection for each other.
We really hit it off. We did, after being kind of competitors, too.
Runner goes. Pitches high. Throw to second. Ball gets away. A stolen base for Judge.
You can do it all. You can see there the style of base running from the Yankees. Secondary lead, running start. Number 1 on the year for Aaron Judge.
Now, people say, well, the Yankees might run a lot more this year. Well, you didn't think of them last year as a running team. They had the 8th most stolen bases in the majors. So they picked their spots. But they do run the bases well. Just got a piece to stay alive.
Gleyber Torres was one of those guys that played in the WBC that talked about the experience. Playing for his home country in Venezuela, around all those great players. It was really impactful for him.
That's looped into left field. The broken back single dunks in. Judge will round third. He'll score. Gleyber Torres with an RBI single, and the Yankees lead 1-0.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. The Nola curveball stays up just enough for Gleyber to break his bat off the end, but still get the right launch angle. As you see, that's off the end, but the angle of attack allows him to elevate enough to get it over the infield. Trade a bat for an RBI knock every day of the week. Shredded.
Here's Donaldson.
A heck of a start for Gleyber Torres in the first 5 games.
0-1 on Donaldson.
Sometimes the best way to learn is just by being around great players. You know, he mentioned that with Gleyber Torres in the WBC and Jose Altuve, Miguel Cabrera. That Venezuelan team was a great team.
And 2. Just missed. 1-2 on Josh.
You could see Realmuto with a little bit of a hesitation before he throws the ball back to his pitcher. That's kind of the sign. It's the way you kind of, a subtle protest.
Corner goes. Pitch outside, throw to second. Got him. Really nice catch and tag by Stott to get Torres trying for another stolen base. Yankees lead 1-0. Well, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, T-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Yankees at MLBshop.com. 1-0 Yankees on the Gleyber Torres broken bat single, scoring Judge. And we go to the second inning. Hall against Garrett Cole. There's a strike. A lot of playing time opened up for Hall when Rhys Hoskins tore apart his knee, just non-contact injury, and that was a big blow for the Phillies. He's going to miss the entire season. Popped up, Donaldson, Wynn takes it in. One down. Happened in the spring, right at the end of the spring training game, but what a blow to this Phillies team.
Well, it really is, especially when you see something like that. That's a non-contact injury, just trying to make a play and backing up, and put that under the category of, man, you just never know when something like that can happen. You catch a spike, twist your knee, and your ACL goes.
Michael, they did get a little good news yesterday on Bryce Harper. He was actually out on the field taking live BP, so another step in the right direction for him. They think he's going to be way ahead of schedule.
Yeah, we heard he was putting the ball in the seats yesterday.
Yeah, his bat speed is there. He's got legendary bat speed. It's a question of just getting okayed by the doctor. Hey, you're healed enough. You can run the bases. You can slide. Rob Thompson said they were more worried about that than anything. If he has to hit the dirt or slide or brace himself with his surgically repaired elbow, that it can't handle it.
You know, the Phillies are not exactly a great defensive team, and when Harper can't play the outfield and he's just the DH, well, you've got Schwarber and Castellanos in the outfield, and that's not a strong corner outfield defensive position to be in, as Castellanos down looking. Third strikeout for Cole.
Garrett Cole on his way to chasing down Gator. Right on the black at 97 miles an hour.
Here's Stott. 1-0.
Get the feeling that Garrett Cole is going to own just about all of the Yankee pitching records before he's done. He caught Gator last year in the single season franchise lead. Looking for double digits today to tie him there, as we mentioned in the pregame.
One and one. You know, with the opening day 11 strikeouts, it gave him 22 games of 10 or more strikeouts, breaking a tie with a man we know very well, David Cone. You had 21 of those starts.
Eat my dust, says Garrett Cole. You think about Yankee pitchers, you think about Ron Guidry. I mean, that 78 year he had with the 1.74 ERA, just one of the great seasons of all time. I think Ron Gator, Guidry, was the guy, I think, and you know this better than anybody, Michael, that kind of started the two-strike chant, the Yankee fans, from that game almost.
Across the street, game against the Angels, and they started the rhythmic clapping every time there were two strikes, and now it lives on all these years later.
And Garrett Cole was very proud of that record last year when he broke it. Really felt the sense of accomplishment, sense of history.
The whole Yankee team took a couple of steps toward the first base side to go to the dugout. They thought that was strike three.
They were right. At the knees, down the middle. Uh-oh. CVS.
8 items so far. Line to left field on the run. Cabrera can't get there. And the ball bounces into the seats for a double.
Trying to go up and away, and they do. So you got to give a lot of credit for the swing of the bat on that pitch, and Cabrera's effort, too, was very well done. Just wasn't meant to be. So after the miss on the strikeout, now a 2-out double.
Swing and a miss, 0-1 on Bohm. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Pitcher like this weather or not?
You do like it.
You do.
You pitch inside more if you can. Right there, you see two 97 miles an hour fastball on the inside corner trying to jam hitters.
How about gripping the ball?
That's the one thing that you sort of worry about once you get the grip. You can get heated up. You can get hot. Pitcher's the one that's moving constantly out there on the field. Yeah, the grip is the one concern.
Grounded to LeMahieu. And that'll do it. No runs ahead, no errors, and one man left on second base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Here at the stadium, Yankees lead the Phillies 1-0. The official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's picture was submitted by Frank. He and his daughter are ready for Yankee season to start heating up. Cutie. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures that you post to social media. Reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Donaldson was up with 2 strikes when Gleyber Torres got thrown out trying to steal, so he gets a fresh count. And the first pitch is a high fly ball to right center. Christian Pache. One away. That wind is going to come into play sometime today. The flags are whipping straight in. You can see it has affected every single pop-up or fly ball, moving the ball in and to the right field line. Cabrera takes outside 1-0. Two and 0. Fly ball, shallow left. Here comes Schwarber, and it's going to dunk in there for a base hit as Turner could not come up with it, and Cabrera gets himself a double.
Well, off the end of the bat, the blooper had trouble written all over it. Schwarber's not going to get there. Turner's the only one with the shot. Oswaldo knows it. You got to bust it. Put your head down and go. Pick it up a notch. Take the double and run. And a nifty little play by Turner on the short hop to get up and make a play at second. Just shows you his athleticism as well.
Here's Cordero. 1-0.
Watch this play. On the slide. Tries to make the catch. Short hops it. Best slider in the game. Look at that. And then up and wheeling and dealing and makes it a play at second.
And that's all with a bubble.
Yes. And blowing a bubble.
Yep.
Guy's a ball player right there.
Shattered bat. Bad day for bat. Stop. Over to Hall as Cabrera moves to third.
An explosion off the end of the bat. All you're left with is the handle.
0-1 to Trevino.
An early big spot here. You know, those 2-out RBIs are killers when you're on the mound. Nola trying to bury Trevino here.
1-1. 3 starts Nola's had against the Yankees in his career. 19 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, walked just 2. 2.37 ERA against the Bombers. Foul back. Volpe is on deck. Still 1-2.
You wonder why both of these starting pitchers are such horses. Pitch a lot of innings, get deep into the games because they're aggressive. They're not afraid to challenge hitters with their fastball.
Knuckle curve just misses. 2-2. 1-0 Yankees on the Torres broken bat RBI single in the first inning, scoring Judge from second. Judge single and then stole second to get into scoring position. Now in the second inning, Cabrera's at third with 2 outs and a 2-2 count on Trevino. And he goes down on strikes, and that will do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Here's how you cool. Make a slide, make a great play, and keep the bubble intact. Love it. Josh Donaldson looks like he got hurt here.
Yeah, I saw it when it initially happened. It seems like maybe he just pulled up right there. Something grabbed. And he's out.
He's out, and IKF is in to play third. He has won a Gold Glove at third, playing there for the Texas Rangers. So this is not a uncomfortable position for him at all. So he'll take over for Donaldson, and as soon as we get word from the clubhouse, we'll tell you what's happening.
Josh Donaldson's had issues with his calf before in the past, so certainly looked like a leg injury. Something grabbed him there as he was rounding the base.
Two and one on Cave. Three and one. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Well, the Orioles have just announced that tomorrow's home opener against the Yankees has been postponed because of forecast of severe inclement weather. So the home opener will now be Friday at 3:05. Swing and a miss. People always ask, well, why do they have the off day after the opener? Well, that's the reason why. Because expecting a big crowd for the opener, if it rains out, there's a spot there for the game. So now it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday series with Friday at 3:05. Saturday 7 and Sunday 1:30. And Friday on Yes, Yankees will be at Camden Yards, kick off a 3-game set against the O's. IKF gets tested. Coverage begins at 2:30 with the pregame, then first pitch is scheduled for shortly after 3 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app.
But that's getting ahead of it, right?
Yeah.
That's an early bang.
I wonder if that affects the rotation because you're taking the extra off day away on Friday and you sent down Johnny Brito because you didn't need a third starter until the 12th.
It's a good point. And the Baltimore Orioles were calling up their top prospect, Grayson Rodriguez. I'm not sure when he's scheduled to pitch or if he's going to factor in that decision-making as well, but he is a good one. Anxious to see him pitch.
Soft tapper. IKF fields, fires, and throws it past Rizzo as Turner reaches, and he'll stay there at first.
See, IKF dropping down, trying to get rid of it quickly. It was bang, bang because of Turner's speed, so you got to kind of rush it. Anytime you throw sidearm, it can leak on you, and that's exactly what it does, up the line. Looks like it caught a piece of Turner, too, on the way by.
So that's a base hit for Turner. Got him! Garrett Cole picks off Trey Turner. Cole's taking his time to walk up the mound. Let's see if the Phillies are going to challenge. Rob Thompson holding up his hand, said no, he is not going to. So the Yankees got him. Quick move by Cole, quick tag by Rizzo. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Meredith, what do you have on Carlos Rodon?
Well, he's expected to throw a 2-inning sim game today. In that second inning, he's going to face live batters, so he is moving in the right direction. Still need to build him up to be able to start at this level, but certainly feeling better and progressing. As far as Luis Severino is concerned, he was out there earlier today throwing at 90 feet. Aaron Boone said he could throw a bullpen sometime this week. And Tommy Kahnle started his throwing program. He stuck his head in Aaron Boone's office, gave him a thumbs up and a smile. I'm assuming that's Tommy Kahnle for all as well.
Here is Anthony Volpe against Aaron Nola. You know, Nola faced Volpe in spring training in Clearwater, said he looks like a really, really good ball player. Faced him for the first time, actually he was in Tampa, and he can hit. I'm impressed by him. Oh, and 2 on Volpe.
I think that was the game where he struck out Volpe the first time up with a curveball, and then the next time up, Anthony Volpe got him, made the adjustment.
Strike 3. Volpe down looking. Let's check out pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Oh, we'll take another look here. First pitch hook right there down the middle. Up and in, fouls it off. And gets the call off the plate.
Now, Meredith, I've got to ask you a question because, you know, I follow you closely.
Concerning.
And I get to the ballpark and I see you actually working with the grounds crew. You were on a lawnmower? What's going on?
Well, I don't think you were here that early, Michael, because I was here at 7 a.m. as DJ LeMahieu grounds out to shortstop for the second out of the inning.
Don't you be sure where I was.
Well, you know, here we are. I feel like I did a great job here, riding the mower, greening the outfield, working on the pitcher's mound, making sure everything was okay at home plate. Now, this one is a little harder than it looks, let me tell you. I feel like that mower was kind of...
Got away from you.
Yep, got away from me there. But thank you to Danny Cunningham and all the members of the grounds crew. They were so gracious in allowing me to tag along this morning, and they do such a fabulous job with this field. People do not realize the amount of time these guys put in on a daily basis to make sure not only that this field is playable, but that it's in pristine condition. And, Michael, that's going to air on an upcoming episode of a batting practice show, BP Takeover from the Field, when we get back from the road trip.
No, I can't wait for that. And people should know you're not a novice at this. your family is a family of landscapers, so you actually did this when you were young.
You know, I was on that weed pulling crew very early, the mulching crew in high school. Just like you, Michael. You did all that manual labor back in the day, I'm sure.
You know what? Where I grew up, there was no grass. It was just concrete.
Well, if Disco's listening, I'm sure he's probably concerned and upset that I wasn't able to ride that lawnmower the right way.
I heard that the feature is going to air on April 13th, so that is a date on the calendar to circle.
Just a day where I'm going to make an absolute fool out of myself. But hey, all for entertainment. And Michael, the next story we do, kind of away from the ballpark, if you'd like to join me, I'd be happy to have you.
Do you know what it's going to be yet?
I have some ideas.
Okay.
When it gets locked in, I'll let you know. Maybe some catching.
Wow. Swing and a miss. Judge down on strikes. Strong inning for Nola. We played 3 here in the Bronx. The Yes app is more and more ways to watch Yankees, Nets, and Liberties game. More ways to interact with family and friends with Yes Watch Party, and more ways to win big cash prizes with Yes Pick and Play games. For the best seat in the house, download the Yes app now. Schwarber hits one deep to left center. On the run is Judge. And he hauls it in for the first out. Good jump by Aaron Judge. Oh, look what's back. Trivia. Yankees and the Phillies each have 3 Gold Glove winning catchers in team history. Who are they? Well, both starters today, both of them are close to each other. Realmuto and Trevino.
On the Philly side, kind of a family affair, I think. Generations of Major League ball players.
Ground ball to Volpe. 2-way.
Take another look, get a good grip. You got time. Sails just a bit, but you got Anthony Rizzo over there. Up and down, taking care of you.
That one is ripped to right field. It's a base hit. It'll go to the wall. Cordero plays it, fires into second, and they get him. Great tag by Volpe to get Hall. trying to go for two. Cordero, new to the ballpark, plays it nicely and turns and fires. Throw offline, but a nice tag by Volpe to get Hall on the slide by. So it turns into 3 up, 3 down with a little drama at the end. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Cadillac scoreboard, Yankees 1, Phillies nothing. Garrett Hall tried to stretch that into a double and now having some troubles with his right thumb.
Right there, as you see, as he's reaching for the bag, kind of jams his thumb. Trying to avoid the tag. And a nice little athletic play by Anthony Volpe to go get that throw up the line a bit and come back and make that tag.
A dream inning for Garrett Cole, 5 pitches. 3 outs. Athletic trainer looked, and Hall staying in the game. And Cordero admiring his work on the big scoreboard in the center. Rizzo thought about the push bunt. Takes a strike. Bohm way off the line. This is about as much as you can shift now. Turner shades up the middle, can't be behind second base, but the third baseman playing with a shortstop would be. One and one.
I like that style much more, leading off an inning for Anthony Rizzo. That wasn't a bunt. That was more of like a slash. Trying to slash it down the line, maybe get a leadoff double that way.
And there's a base hit. Now, that would not have been a base hit last year with the shift. So he is going to benefit from the banning of shifts this year.
Well, to your point, Michael, it's early in the season, but we're obviously keyed in on these type of hits for left-handed hitters. Off the end of the bat, but still down and through it. Stays on it. Enough.
Torres hits one the other way. Cave toward the line, makes the play on the run. 1 down. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. And a strike. One and one.
Mentioned about Aaron Nola being sort of the premier workhorse in the game since 2018. 875 innings pitched. Those 145 games started over that period of time is the most in the big leagues.
How valuable is that to a team?
It's incredibly valuable and becoming more valuable with each passing year. That's why we called this a marquee matchup today, and it's kind of living up to the billing. Especially early in the season, too, when bullpens get overworked. First couple of weeks of the year when pitchers are kind of still getting stretched out. Starting pitchers, that is, are getting stretched out.
Strike three. Conopalefa down looking.
Back and forth. This guy can pitch east to west. As you see, that running fastball starts off the plate and gets right to the outside corner. Perfectly located. Aaron Nola more east to west style and that good curveball. Garrett Cole more north and south style and that high fastball.
Grounded to second. Stott gets Cabrera, and that'll do it. So the single by Rizzo leading off the inning is wasted, and we go to the fifth. And the Nets take on the Detroit Pistons. Coverage begins at 6:30 with the pregame, then tip-off is scheduled for shortly after 7 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. These games are mega important for the Nets. They have a one-game lead over Miami. The Nets are in the 6th spot. Miami's in the 7th spot. The 7th spot is the play-in. The 6th spot you're in. So Nets lost yesterday to the Timberwolves, and this is a big game for the Nets. How great has Bridges been since they got him from Phoenix and the Durant deal?
Yeah, I was just thinking, after all the drama there surrounding Kyrie and Durant, Harden over the last couple of years, they're still going to be in a position to make the playoffs.
Castellanos down looking. And Bridges was actually here with Cam Johnson the other night watching the game.
I love the shape of Garrett Cole's slider this year so far. We mentioned last year he came out of the gates with a new cutter to mix into his repertoire, and he kind of got away from it after the first couple of months of the season. Sometimes when you throw a cutter and it's a lot like your slider, they can bleed into each other. The grip, the release point, and it kind of takes away from both pitches. I had that happen to me a few times, Michael, trying to throw a cutter, and my slider was impacted by it. And I think this year Garrett's back to the basics. 4-pitch pitcher. His slider has great shape to it again.
Stott pops it up. Volpe makes the play. There's Bridges and Cam Johnson. Meredith, you talked to Bridges the other day, right?
I talked to both of them, actually, Michael. Their first trip to Yankee Stadium. They're trying to just get involved in some of the New York scene. Now, Bridges, Villanova guy, grew up in the Philadelphia area. I asked him, Yankees or Phillies fan? And he was trying to keep it a little quiet, but I think he's a secret Phillies fan, or maybe not so secret, because he wound up getting a Bryce Harper jersey during batting practice. But Aaron Judge came over to him and talked to him. Aaron Boone came over and talked to him a little bit, as we saw. They were enjoying everything. They didn't actually get in the cage, though, and take BP. Neither of them really played baseball growing up, and said they didn't think they'd fare too well in that batter's box.
Most don't. But he's doing great on the basketball court. 1-1. 2-1.
You know, the further removed I get from Michael Jordan's entree into baseball and minor league baseball and playing in Double-A, the more I appreciate it, how hard it is. He actually was somewhat respectable in professional baseball.
Hit over 200. I think he drove in like 50 runs and had some power. This guy who hadn't played, 8 years?
Yeah, since high school, really. So when you think about it, on the Double-A level, what Michael Jordan did really was quite remarkable.
And his manager was Terry Francona. Birmingham. 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2 on Bohm. Still 3-2.
When you talk about taking one out of the catcher's mitt, almost an emergency hack there from Bohm.
Seven pitches so far. Last one, 98 miles an hour. And that one misses inside.
Going to cost Garrett a few more pitches here. Still in pretty decent shape. 68 pitches here in the fifth.
And a strike to Jake Cave. And you can see the home plate umpire, Nick Lentz, telling the Phillies dugout to pipe down. Enough. And someone's been thrown out. Looks like it's Rob Thompson. And Kevin Long saying it was coming from the other side of the dugout.
That was a quick hook. It was almost a one-comment hook. A low curveball was called a strike. comment was made, and he was rabbit ears all over it. And a quick hook. Not even sure if he knows who was talking.
Also, he held up his hand, and before anybody could shut up, then he threw him out with the next move.
It's like
it was Kevin Long, the hitting coach, that got thrown out.
A lot of times veteran umpires will let you have your say. There's a pitch here and there, and you hear the hitting coach or somebody saying that's low. And, you'll let them go just a bit. Now, if it carries on and becomes obnoxious, then the umpire's got a right to stop it. But generally, a little leeway, a little feedback. See there, Kevin Long making his point.
Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Pretty demonstrative, though, Kevin Long was.
One nothing Yankees. We're in the fifth. 3-2 count. 2 outs. Bohm will go from first. I was doing the Phillies Cardinals series last year, the wild card series, and just walking into the indoor batting cage. And it's a party with Kevin Long. He makes everybody think like they're having the best time as they're really working hard. And wherever he's been, they win. Won here. He won in Washington. They got to the World Series last year. He's loved by his hitters.
Yeah, it's not like he has a particular philosophy. It's more of relationships.
Upstairs. So 2 straight 2-out walks. First and second, that'll bring up Pache, and that'll bring up Matt Blake. As the pitching coach goes out and talks with Cole, there's more or less just settling him down. I always wonder about this, David. You're in a little bit of trouble. Pitching coach comes out. Are you even hearing what he's saying?
I think it's more just to take a break.
Right.
You can see right there, there's not a whole lot going on there. Just kind of regroup. Know what you want to do here with the hitter. You had 2 outs, and now you had 2 straight walks. So it's costing you some valuable pitches here. Not sure Garrett Cole has a very firm scouting report or a personal history with Pache. But yeah, I think you would like to go right after this guy and stop it right here if you're Garrett Cole. On the other end, if I'm Christian Pache right here, I'm looking first pitch fastball. Maybe start early and try to cheat.
Phillies traded for Pache last week, right before the season started, getting him from the A's for Billy Sullivan, who was on the Braves 2021 World Series team, but he was not on the World Series roster. Popped up behind the plate. Trevino will make the play, and that will do it. As Cole works into and out of trouble, we're halfway through. 1-0 Yanks. coverage cam. And this is Derek Hall hitting one to right field. Franchi Cordero fields it quickly off the wall, fires into Volpe. Volpe makes an athletic tag and gets Hall, who jams his right thumb. Wasn't a perfect throw, but Volpe made it work. Well, now Hall is out of the game. He did stay in for the next half inning. So Bohm moves from third to first. Sosa takes over at third. This is after losing Rhys Hoskins, too. So the injury bug is hitting the Phillies. And Cordero leads off. 0-2. They're calling it a right thumb sprain for Hall. How's your hand from the foul ball yesterday that you didn't corral?
It's not bad. No, I just got a little rug burn.
Grounded right side. Stott cannot grab it, and Cordero will reach. Probably give him a hit. All right, that music means it's time for the answer to the trivia question. Yankees and Phillies each have 3 Gold Glove winning catchers in team history. Who are they? So we know that Realmuto won last year, and Trevino won. So those two right there. He won the Platinum Glove.
And Aaron Boone's father, Bob Boone.
And then Thurman Munson, Elston Howard. Mike Lieberthal would not have gotten that one.
Yeah, I was thinking about Darren Dutch Dalton.
Trevino shows bunt, takes upstairs, 1-0. Grounded shortly. Sosa tested immediately. There's one. On to first. That's a slick around the horn double play. Good turn by Stott at second.
Yeah, tailor-made, hard ground ball. You get who's picking. A tough hop. Sosa stays with it. That ball comes up, as you see. It comes up on him as he juggles it. Still has time.
One 0 Yankees, bottom of the fifth. Yankees scored the run in the first inning. RBI single by Gleyber Torres. That's it. That's the scoring in the game. Volpe takes inside. Volpe has reached in all 5 games so far this season. He did strike out looking in the third. Came into the game with an on-base percentage of .389. 1-1.
Double play ball did wonders for Nola's pitch count here. Is in fantastic shape. Number 62 about to come to Anthony Volpe. Nola's been all over that outside corner with that running fastball to right-handed batters all day. Guy just knows how to pitch, Michael. 3-pitch mix, a really good curveball, low 90s fastball with good movement and good control. And then when he needs it, that third pitch changeup, he brings it out at the right time.
Been around a while, 29 years old, 9th big league season. Fly ball, right side, Cave on the run toward the line, and he makes the play. Nice play by Cave. It was in foul territory, but he took it away from a fan and then runs into the wall. Cole. Sixth inning begins. Yankees lead 1-0. This is the rubber game of this three-game set. Advertised as a marquee pitching matchup. So far, living up to that. Both Nola and Cole have been very good. 1-1. Turner 1 for 2 was picked off by Cole at first base in the third. And the pitch outside. Still 2-2.
Garrett Cole, ever the perfectionist on the mound. A little bit frustrated with himself a bit on the location of that last pitch. Doesn't quite have the swing and miss going today like he had in the first game.
Yep, just 5 strikeouts and the 2 walks in the fifth.
Six swing and misses on his four-seam fastball today. Just 1 on his slider and 1 on his knuckle curve.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6. Take a little look around the majors. Fernando Tatis Jr. began his rehab assignment at AAA. He's eligible to return from his 80-game suspension on April 20th. Max Scherzer has had a shaky start to the season. 11 in the third innings, 12 hits, 4 of the 12 home runs. And Cedric Mullins in his first 5 games has played very well, as he's played for the last couple of years for the Orioles. 0-1 on Schwarber. That one is driven out to right field. Right there is Cordero. He makes the play. 2 down.
Well, you can see Schwarber coming. He's starting to get it together. Just missed that one. Had his first home run in last night's game. Slow start, but he's starting to swing it better. He knows he just missed that one.
Oh, strike to Realmuto, who's 0 for 2 against Cole. A strikeout looking, and a ground ball is short. Oh and 2.
One thing I like about Realmuto's stance is you notice how his head's fully turned so he can get both eyes on the pitcher. If you're a young batter out there, a lot of hitting coaches teach that. So he's a little bit open, but he makes sure that he's looking directly at the pitcher.
Swing and a miss. Strong 6th inning. Cole, so far this season, 12 shutout innings over his first 2 starts. 1-0, Yankees lead. Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, we talked about a marquee matchup with two of the premier aces in the game of baseball, and they have come ready to pitch as both of them have done their deeds. Nola pitching east to west, Cole north and south. Both of them very effective.
Well, Garrett Cole's gotten off to a great start so far this year. We mentioned going into break. 12 shutout innings, 6 in each game. The Yankees have managed just one run, and that happened in the first inning. With one out, Aaron Judge singled. Anthony Rizzo with a fly ball to center. Judge stayed put, 2 outs. Then he steals second base with Gleyber Torres up, and Gleyber Torres, broken bat dunker into left field, drives in the run, and that's it. That's the only damage on the scoreboard.
Garrett Cole broke out a really good changeup to strike out Realmuto to end that last inning. Holding on to a 1-0 lead.
Oh and 2. That one is ripped into left center field. It's in the gap and goes all the way to the wall. DJ LeMahieu with a leadoff double.
Another barrel found from DJ LeMahieu, who just consistently continues to hit the ball hard. It's what you call bat-to-ball skills right there. No matter where it's pitched, he finds the sweet spot. He's always had it. And he's back.
Judge takes a strike. Yankees trying to build on the lead. No one up in the Yankee bullpen, so Garrett Cole will be pitching in the 7th. One and 2. Judge with the single in the first extended his on-base streak to 39 straight games. And coming into today with the 38 straight games, he was hitting .380 over that time with an on-base percentage of .526. Into center field, Pache coming on will make the play. Pache can play center field. His hitting skills are not equal to his defensive skills.
Indeed. As Aaron Judge covers that pitch down and away, but Pache's all over it, and DJ LeMahieu cannot advance.
Still has his Oakland A's glove. Here's Anthony Rizzo, and there was a strike. Hey, on this date, 1977, Yankees made a big trade that helped them to 2 championships. They got Bucky Dent from the White Sox. Yankees got to the World Series in '76 with Fred Stanley and Jim Mason sharing the shortstop position, so they wanted to upgrade at short, and they got Bucky Dent from the White Sox. And it wasn't a steal, David. Oscar Gamble and Lamar Hoyt went to Chicago. So the Yankees paid dearly for Bucky Dent, and you know what? It was worth it. Turner makes the play.
I remember being in high school at that time, and Bucky Dent's a shortstop for the Yankees, and he was making $100,000 a year.
Couldn't believe it, right?
I thought, oh my gosh. That's what I want to do.
And I'm sure you've had opportunities to talk. He's the nicest guy.
Best.
Just a great, great person. LeMahieu still at second after the leadoff double. Fly ball, right side on the run, cave toward the line, but that'll make the seats.
Aaron Nola consistently ahead in the count all day long, 17 for 22 on first pitch strikes. That's how you have your pitch count under control. Good timing there from Gleyber Torres. Down 0-2. Take your time out now. Regroup.
Battling, making Nola work.
Michael, Josh Donaldson left today's game with right hamstring tightness. He will be reevaluated tomorrow.
Thank you, Meredith. Isaiah Kanafalefa has taken over in Donaldson's spot at third, and he's on deck right now. The 0-2. Up the middle and through for a base hit. LeMahieu around third. He's coming home. Pache will flip the ball in. Another RBI for Torres. And the Yankees lead 2-0.
Well, Gleyber Torres has been locked in all season long. Really from the get-go. And an 0-2 approach right back up the box. We talked about him staying the other way, staying within himself. All season long being the first week. But every at-bat he has been into. Up and in, just fights it off.
Runner goes. Throw to second. Not in time. Another stolen base for Gleyber Torres. He's opening up the toolbox this year.
Yeah, he's not afraid. As you see, he's just trying to get a walking lead. And Realmuto, one of the hardest catchers to steal off of. The incredible pop time, getting rid of it. And I think this is why they're looking. See if he came off. He did, but the other hand got in there.
High fly ball, shallow center. Pache coming on. Pache makes the play. and that'll do it. Yankees get a big insurance run. They score 1 on 2 hits. We go to the 7th. To right, there it goes. That ball is gone. A grand slam into the upper deck for Tino Martinez, and the Yankees lead 9-5. You're not going to want to miss one of the hottest Yankee Stadium giveaways of the season on Friday, April 14th. It's Tino Martinez bobblehead night. First 18,000 guests will get a Tino Martinez bobblehead, courtesy of Bank of America. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. The bobblehead is designed in the pose of Tino's World Series Game 1 Grand Slam. What an inning that was. 7 runs in the 7th inning. Knobloch 3-run home run, then the Grand Slam by Tino. That building was shaking.
Pretty decent call, too.
That call eventually led to throat surgery.
He came back strong, though.
Sosa's first at bat. He is down in the count 0-2. You see what Cole's done his first 2 starts. Pitches high. So Cole creeping toward 100 pitches. Loizaga is getting ready. Just missed. Sosa took over for Derek Hall's spot after Hall hurt his right thumb on a slide into second.
Man, that was a perfect pitch.
Right side, long run for Rizzo in foul territory near the stands, but it's 3 rows back.
.64 strikes and 32 balls out of those 96 pitches from Gerrit Cole, and you could see the misty, hazy day today here in the Bronx.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. Now Cole just took a peek into the dugout and kind of waved his hand and said, I'm okay. I got this.
It's a good sign if you're the manager. You love to see that.
Cole's 8th strikeout brought to you by Audi and the new fully electric Q8 e-tron coming soon to your local Tri-State Audi dealer. 0-1. This is after the strikeout. He looks in the dugout. Looks like he said one more. And there is that trust between Cole and Boone that supersedes pitch counts. And if Boone sees that Cole says, I got it, he trusts that he has it.
He's earned that right. He's the ace of the staff. He's in excellent shape. Still throwing 98.
Did he go around? Yes, he did, said Jeremy Rehak. 2-2 on Castellanos. "101 pitches for Cole. And the pitch just missed off the outside corner. 3-2. Yankees leading 2-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. It's the rubber game of a 3-game set. And that is a pitch count violation. So that's going to be a walk. That's the first time we've seen the pitch clock hurt the Yankees this year. Trevino and Cole could not come to an agreement, so that is ball 4. And that'll do it for Garrett Cole.
Another look, you can see, can't get the pitch he wants, shakes off. Shakes off. Not on the same page. 3-2 pitch, he needs to get the right pitch.
And he gets a nice hand from this chilled stadium crowd. He departs with a pitch count violation walk as the Yankees go to Loizaga, and he'll face the tying run. Look at those strikeouts on StatCast 3D.
Well, the thing about Garrett Cole tonight was his fastball, the four-seam fastball. 5 of those are the strikeouts. A changeup I thought was really good on opening day. Got a couple on those too as well.
Grounded and through for base hit off the bat of Stott. Castellanos will move to second, first and second with 1 man out. Loizaga takes over. David, I know the pitch clock, the pitch timer is a new thing, but in a situation like that, doesn't Trevino or Cole have to call timeout? They do have a timeout in their back pocket.
They do, and they didn't, and that's the adjustment period. Both of them were so into trying to get the right pitch. It was a big pitch, a 3-2 count. Garrett Cole couldn't get the pitch he wanted. So somebody's got to keep track and be able to call timeout because they could have done that or used a mound visit.
And Bohm gets drilled to load the bases.
Just gets away from him. Jonathan Loaisiga features that two-seam fastball, and he pitches righties in consistently. In that one, he just got under and planted it. That's going to leave a mark.
And Matt Blake, the pitching coach, quickly out to the mound to talk to Loaisiga. This 2-0 lead hanging in the balance. Bases loaded with one out.
You know, the other caveat to that, Michael, is Garrett Cole could wear the pitch count himself, too, and call his own game. You know, obviously, he's a creature of habit. He and Trevino have worked well together. Just that particular sequence, they couldn't get on the same page in time. And lost track of the clock. Another look.
Oh, that's a hurt. Wow. Yankees playing back, of course, for the double play. They lead 2-0, top of the seventh. And here is former Yankee farmhand Jake Cave against Loaisiga. Skied out to left field, backing up Cabrera. He's going to make the catch. Tagging is Castellanos. He'll score. Throw comes into third. It is a sac fly for Cave. That run belongs to Cole, and it's 2-1 Yanks. Well, Pache is due up. Let's see if they go to the bench. Pache, a light-hitting outfielder. And it's Josh Harrison, the veteran, whose back has been barking the first two games. That's why he was scratched out of the first game lineup right before the game. But here he is, pinch hitting in a big spot. First and second, 2 outs.
The Phillies have been very aggressive off of Jonathan Loaisiga. First pitch hacking.
Again, grounded to third. Nice play by IKF. And he gets to force it third to end the inning. IKF replaces Donaldson, who left with a hamstring issue, and makes a nice play on the backhand and hustles to third to beat Bryson Stott for the final out. For the Phillies, 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 men left on base. At the end of 6.5, it's time for the 7th inning stretch here at the stadium, but we'll stay right where we are as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps, and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army Private First Class Phil Colora from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, who served in World War II. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America. All right, fans, it's stretch time, so please join in and sing.
He's 2-7-0, beating 1-4-0. Nola, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. Has not walked the batter. He's still in. Jake Cave, sack fly in the 7th, the only Philly run. Garrett Cole, 6 1/3, 3 hits, a run, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Gleyber Torres has driven in both runs for the Yankees. Oswaldo Cabrera will lead off. And Nola deals low, 1-0. Cabrera, Cordero, and Trevino. Sosa, his second big league game in center field.
That was a nifty little play by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa there, Michael. Good call on that. He had to multitask. Go get the squib down the line, backhand, and then dance to the bag.
Well, you hope for the best for Josh Donaldson, but sometimes those hamstring injuries could be a little tricky. This could be a chance for IKF to see more consistent playing time. Obviously, they can use DJ LeMahieu over there as well. Just missed the bag. The Yankees are fortunate. Hits the bag. That's trouble.
You got to redirect and dance. Little two-step. Gets to the bag.
3-1. And Oswaldo works a leadoff walk here in the 7th. Gregory Soto up. So with Cordero due up, Rob Thompson is going to take the ball from his ace, Aaron Nola. Good performance by Nola. Certainly kept the Yankees in the ballpark, kept the game close. He departs with a runner on first, nobody out, and the Phillies go to the bullpen. By Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by Ford, the official SUV of the Yankees. Well, Gregory Soto last year with Detroit, 2-11, but they lost a lot of games. The numbers are pretty good. Strikeout per inning, perhaps too many walks. Phillies got him in a trade from Detroit, along with Cody Clemens for Matt Verling, Nick Maton, and Donnie Sands.
Little surprise, Michael, with Stanton and Hicks on the bench, allowing Cordero to face this guy.
Maybe that's why they're going to have him bunt. Let's see if that stays on. 0-1.
Not sure how many times Cordero's been asked to bunt in his career, but you see the frustration from the manager right there.
He goes around. Soto, 28 years old. He had 30 saves last year. Made the All-Star team twice with the Tigers. Last year and in 2021.
Yeah.
So a big pickup for the Phils. Kind of a non-competitive at bat there as Cordero down on strikes.
We saw how frustrated Aaron Boone was with the first pitch, trying to get the bunt down. But as we said before, I can understand wanting Stanton to have a full day off and not pinch hitting Giancarlo Stanton, but you do have Hicks, who's a natural right-handed batter.
Maybe that's more a referendum on what they're feeling about Hicks right now.
It's curious. We'll defer to Meredith Marakovitz and asking that question to Aaron Boone afterwards.
0-2 on Trevino. That's the Yankee bench. They've already used IKF. He's in the game. Maybe they wanted to keep Stanton out of right, but Hicks is the switch hitter. Now, I asked Boone today before the game, are the boos getting to Hicks? He said, no, I think he's beyond that. He realizes that that's it. That's what's going to happen. So that's not what's bothering him. He said, I think he's had some decent at-bats, and he just needs the hits to fall.
Well, that was his spot, because then he could just take the outfield spot from Cordero or flip Cabrera and Hicks to the outfield. It'd be 1-for-1 right there on a pinch hit opportunity. He chose not to do it. We are not privy to all the information. Got to be down in that clubhouse to know, to be in the know. We just get paid to second guess and then go home and put our head on our pillow at night and forget about it.
Another bat to the woodshed.
Wow, that is as far down on the end of the bat as you can get. As you see, it is shaved off. That little sliver flew all the way in the stands.
Driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. A big 2-run home run for Trevino. It's 4-1 Yanks.
The short porch in right field is the story here at Yankee Stadium, but 318 down the left field line works too.
Volpe fouls one off. There's a piece of Real Muto.
Cuts off that slider down and in, and Trevino keeps it fair. Soto throws so hard, he's got that slider down and in, and you can see right there. Out in front, little bit of vibration, a little over 95 miles an hour off the bat of Trevino, but got it down the line.
Trevino had 11 home runs last year for the Yanks, 10 in the first 75 games, and then just 1 in the last 40.
351 feet by the time it landed. It's a home run in 14 different major league parks.
He couldn't hold up. Volpe down on strikes. 2 away.
This is where he was trying to throw the slider to Trevino. Left hit that one up, and it cost him. This one he gets down.
One and one on LeMahieu. LeMahieu doubled his last time up, and it was a nice milestone round number for him, his 250th career double.
One of the best stories of the spring for the Yankees is that DJ LeMahieu is healthy again and back. But he himself said he's fully healed from what we thought might have had to have taken surgery from his toe injury last year. Kind of a weird injury, a fracture, or saw a couple of specialists. Surgery was an option, and so was waiting and trying to heal, and he chose the latter, and it worked out fine.
3-2. So if LeMahieu could work his way on, that gets Aaron Judge to the plate. Bottom of the 7th, 2 runs in. Yankees lead 4-1. And Judge does come up with LeMahieu on first. Caleb Cotham could not get the attention of Rob Thompson. Finally does.
Who's next? Realmuto trying to get on the same page and give a little time for the bully to get going.
So the 2-run home run by Trevino, giving the Yankees some breathing room here. Now trying to tack on. They're up 4-1. Judge fouls that one off, 0-1. One and one. Big cut. Swings through the slider, 1-2.
Big swing and a slider. That's a good one to hit. Hanging right there. Judge just out in front a bit. Man, that's a good pitch to hit.
You know, there was a good story on ESPN.com yesterday by Sam Borden. Followed Judge around, and you know, when he reported to Tampa well before spring training began, just his winter workouts, Dylan Lawson, the hitting coach, was there, and Judge said, well, what are we working on? What are we getting better at? And Lawson just looked and said, don't you want to run it back? But Judge just wants to be better than he was last year, which is going to be tough.
Wants to continue to cut down on the strike rate. Wants to continue to be a good 2-strike hitter. Loves hitting for a high average. Never satisfied.
And he works a walk. Rough inning for Soto. Again, Caleb Cotham, pitching coach, is on the phone. So now it's Rizzo against Soto. Usually against these type of lefties, Rizzo doesn't mind going the other way, just serving it into left field. We'll see his attack against Soto. Almost gets hit, 1-0.
Well, this will be Soto's last hitter one way or another. As pitch number 30 about to be delivered. "19 strikes on 11 balls from Soto, and that 2-run homer to Trevino that changed the complexion of this game."
Two and one. So the count is 2-2 with 2 on and 2 outs. Yankees up by 3. LeMahieu off second, Judge off first. Well, they'll both be going now, 3-2 and 2 outs. Overcast, gloomy, chilly, raw day here at the stadium. But so far playing in the Yankees' favor as they're up 4-1, bottom of the 7th. Swings at a pitch that would have been ball 4. He's disgusted with himself. He goes down on strikes. But the Yankees get 2 big runs. They come off the bat of Jose Trevino. Sends it into the seats in left field. And when it lands, it's Yankees 4 and the Phillies 1. We go to the 8th inning. Trey Turner leads off against Loaisiga, and the first pitch is a strike. Grounded to Volpe. Gets Turner. 1 away. Well, here's a look at what the spread was for today's game when it started, courtesy of FanDuel. Now the numbers can change with every pitch, so now let's see what the spread is at this very moment. Here's Schwarber. He's 0 for 3. He's 3 for 25 on the season, but certainly has better swings the last couple of days. 0-1. One and one. Sir Anthony Dominguez and McKinley Moore. Laced into left field. It is a foul ball. Kept slicing.
Hit that off the end of the bat. That'll sting your hands right there. On a cold day.
That one's drilled into right field. Gone. Bullet into the short porch. 4-2 Yanks.
Conversely, that one feels good in your hands. No vibration. He's had good swings today as well. Just missed one earlier in the game and got one there.
Yankee relievers had gone 13 1/3 scoreless innings over the last 4 games before that home run. Now, King did allow 2 runs to score that were on Herman's ledger yesterday, and Loaizaga allowed that run to score on Cole's ledger, but actually giving up runs on their own ledger, it hadn't happened in 4 games and over 14 innings, or 13 innings.
That's what Baseball Reference refers to as bequeathed runners.
Very royal sounding.
Yes, I bequeath my runners to you and trust you with them. That was a 112-mile-an-hour rocket off the bat of Schwarber, and get out of the way. It scalds through a couple of fans and hits a seat. Sit and spin, then hit a rocket.
And down goes Real Muto. First home run allowed since May 12th of last year against the White Sox. Yoan Moncada hit that one. Schwarber hits this one. Holmesman Peralta heating up for the Yanks. You know, with the home run by Trevino, the Yankees have now homered in 10 straight games dating back to last year. Longest streak in the majors. Dodgers have done it in 9 straight. Grounded to IKF. Fields. Fires, and that'll do it. 1 run on the Schwarber home run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-2 Yankees. Brought to you in part by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Hyundai scoreboard. 4-8-0 for the Yanks, 2-5-0 for the Phillies. Phillies go to the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez takes over. It'll be Torres, Canafalefa, and Cabrera here in the 8th. 2 more hits, 2 more ribbies for Gleyber Torres. He has 6 on the season, hitting .389 with 2 home runs. Also threw in a stolen base. That one's driven to left field and deep. Going back, Schwarber, turning, looking. It's one hop over the wall for a double. A 3-hit day for Gleyber Torres.
Middle in, right in the wheelhouse. You almost see Gleyber kind of lean back, drive this ball over Schwarber's head, who didn't get a real good read on it. One hop on up into the stands and cruise on in for a ground rule double, and you can see right there. Baseball meet barrel. 103 miles an hour off of Gleyber's bat.
IKF squares the bunt. Gleyber Torres with a stolen base. He took off immediately, so he steals third.
No chance for Rio Muto as you see the walking and running lead. Looked like Rio Muto got hung up a bit too, trying to transfer.
Infield comes in for the Phils. 0-2 on Canafalefa. Six walks and 5 stolen bases in the first 6 games. First Yankee to do that since Ricky Henderson in 1989. Soft ground ball, fielded by Stott with the infield in. Runner holds. Out at first, 1 down.
Good read by Gleyber there, too, with nobody out. Got to make sure. Infield's in. They might put the contact play on here with 1 out, not with no outs.
Here's Cabrera. Outside, 1-0. Dominguez pitched a scoreless 8th inning on Monday. Trying to get through this without allowing a run. Clay Holmes looking to pitch the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Missed upstairs, 2-2. Franchi Cordero is on deck. Popped up. Turner backpedals. Makes the play as Torres holds at third. While the Yes app is more ways to watch and experience live Yankees, Nets, and Liberty games, more ways to interact with family and friends with Yes Watch Party, and more ways to win big cash prizes with Yes Pick and Play games. For the best seat in the house, download the Yes app today. Also for direct-to-consumer if you are not part of the cable bundle. Crowd of 35,847 on a rough day for baseball here in the Bronx. That one's grounded to second. Stott backhands. And Gleyber Torres, who was at third base with nobody out, is stranded there. We go to the 9th. Yankees holding on to a 2-run lead. The official airline of the New York Yankees, Delta. Keep climbing. Yankees have 9 hits and 4 runs. The Phillies 5 hits and 2 runs. And now Clay Holmes will come on and try to shut it down. His first outing struggled. Last time out looked better. And those are the 3 batters he's going to face. 5, 6, and 7 in the Phillies order. Castellanos, Stott, and Bohm last year. Tell of 2 seasons, really. Unbelievable first half. Struggled in the second half.
Just 2 home runs given up in those 62 games. Large part due to that heavy sinker that he features.
So here's Castellanos to start it off. He walked against Cole in the 7th inning with 1 out on a pitch clock violation. 3-2, and Cole and Trevino could not come to an agreement on the pitch. Boom. Clock expired. Walk. That was it for Cole. They bring in Loaizaga, and Castellanos ends up coming around to score. The only blemish on Cole's ledger.
That's what happens when you bequeath your base runner to somebody else.
Thank you, Sir David. Grounded. Foul ball. The 1-2 outside. 2-2. Four-two Yankees trying to win this series, win this game. They took 2 out of 3 from the Giants in the season opening series, trying to take 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. They don't have another interleague game until May. As they head to Baltimore, where that series will start on Friday. Tomorrow's game has already been postponed because of expected inclement weather. Strike 3. Castellanos down looking. 3 strikeouts and a walk for Castellanos. A no-contact day.
Yeah, Castellanos obviously thinks this is low. Kevin Long got thrown out of the game, the hitting coach, for pitches like this all day. I think that's too close to take. I mean, the sinker right there. Trevino, so good at framing those pitches, and just a sliver of the bottom.
Stott jumps out of the way. Two and 0. It's not a good day. 2 for 3. Great start to the season, hitting .455. And he was the shortstop last year and moved over to second base when they signed Trey Turner. They're set up the middle for a while.
Yeah, it immediately improved their defense, which was a question last year.
2-2. Phillies trying to avoid starting the season 1-5 before they go home for their home opener. They got swept by Texas. And now 2 outs away from losing 2 out of 3 to the Yanks. Swing and a miss. There's that nasty sinker 2 away. You got to stay tuned for the final out, or after the final out as well, for today's W.B. Mason Yankees postgame, and get highlights, analysis, and player reaction from the clubhouse. Plus, Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's coming up next, right here on Yes, 1 Out Away. So here is Bohm, 0 for 1, walk, hit by pitch. Way outside. You can see that's not a long sleeve undershirt. He's just got a sleeve on his right arm that goes up to about his bicep. Don't quite understand these pitchers in weather like this without sleeves. It's like offensive linemen that pull that in Green Bay.
I agree. I wanted everything. Turtleneck, the whole thing.
Did it restrict you, though?
Not really.
No.
Clay Holmes in the driver's seat here, 1-2.
Crowd wants a strikeout. Ball 2. Strike 3, that'll do it. Yankees win 4-2. That is an impressive ninth inning for Clay Holmes as he strikes out the side. Yankees got great pitching. A great start by Garrett Cole, and this, the final strike and strikeout of the game.
Right down the middle, this ends up. But watch where it started, just darting down. When he's filling up the strike zone with that movement on that sinker, it is lights out.
Big home run by Jose Trevino. Yankees take 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. They're 4-2 to start the season before they head out on their first road trip of the year. 4-9-0 beating 2-5-0. We'll be back with more in just a moment.